Love is weighing down on me.
All right, little update here. We got some growth on the outside. Got some autoflowers here. And are they growing? Yeah, they're not sexing yet. Let's see if they grow a little bit better. Yeah, the little ones are going pretty slow.
To get out there right now.
Oh shit.
It might dry up a little bit.
Yeah, they're a little stunted.
Well, another pinch.
This one is bigger.
They might grow. Yeah, these ones will definitely grow good. But the other ones
So much easier to pick up.
Little.
a little iffy. So this one's like 3 weeks, 4 weeks old. Got multiple sets, almost 5 sets of leaf here. Little grasshopper on it.
It's a beautiful flower.
Mm-hmm. It likes it in here.
Mm-hmm. I'm comfy here.
All right, update on the autoflowers. So this one here was actually started in cups for 2 weeks and it got a little stunted, but actually worked out perfectly for the setup. As you can see here, there's probably only about maybe 11 inches, maybe a foot of room left, and it's still halfway through budding, so it is going to probably grow a little bit more. This is I believe a Russian rocket fuel, I think, of seeds I made. So this was just started in a cup and started under lights inside for 2 weeks. Normally you wouldn't want to have it in a small cup for that long, but it actually perfectly stunted it. And this is a really good example of why you might want to stunt your plants for, you don't want it growing fully as big as it could, because it's perfect. You don't really want it touching the top there. I'll show you over here. These ones were planted I had them in cups for 3-4 days of growth. And as you can see here, these really took off. They're starting to flower too. And this one's already at the top pretty much. They had to take the tarp off. And yeah, so we're gonna actually have to probably pinch this. But as you can see, if it was stunted, it would have got a lot smaller and probably perfectly fit in here. So now I know if we want to plant in this area, probably good to have it at least grow for 2 weeks in a cup and then transplant, because a little bit of stunting outside seems to do good in this kind of situation. Give you a little up close here. Yeah, so these are just starting to flower. These ones were started like 3 weeks or so beforehand. And yeah, we're gonna do some super cropping on this thing. So let's see, we're gonna just pinch it a little. Stalks are a little brittle, so we really gotta be careful here. And then we're gonna slowly bend it over like that. So now that side's gonna grow up, and yeah, maybe do it to this one too. Okay, that looks a bit better, more even with that one over there. Starting to smell good. So yeah, these been growing for about a month and a half or something like that. They were really small last time I came over here. I think that was about a month ago or 3 weeks ago, and these really took off. There's been lots of good weather here. So this one was started like a month or so, or maybe 3 weeks beforehand. It's coming out beautiful. Really nice growth in here. Check this out. I think this is a Russian rocket fuel cross with an MI5. Some old school seeds of mine. Looking really good, smells beautiful. So we're gonna probably check back on these in a little while, a few weeks or so, and this one should be done. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And here we have one of the outdoor plants, outdoor autoflower here. It's just starting to bud. as you can see here. Got some pistils coming in. This was planted around the same time as those other bigger ones. And this one's definitely probably half the size. I'm thinking because this soil is just a bit harder, not as easy to really get the roots in. If autoflowers have really easy access to grow deep into the soil, some nice fluffy, good, rich soil, they get much bigger, it seems like. This one seems like it's having some issues. Not as big, kind of a little stunted. We'll see how that turns out. Here we got another one. Kind of seems like they're getting eaten up by the grasshoppers here, so that kind of sucks. They are going into flower though. These ones could get pretty big. We'll see. Because once they start flowering, they'll really double in size. So they could really explode here. So we'll keep watching and checking out their growth. This one's the same age as all of them all. Here's some autoflowers that were started pretty much middle of May, planted in June. They are coming in real nice. These were planted right out in the garden. Weren't fed anything. And this one's probably 2.5 feet tall or so. Got another one over here that kind of stunted a little bit. We're just playing around this year, seeing what does good and what doesn't. And we got another big one over here. She's actually just about 3 feet. It's another autoflower. These guys are getting real dense, real nice and dense. They're really liking the sun. Stalks are really thick on them. Some really nice outdoor stalks, really nice and sturdy. This one's a little bit behind. Must be some slower genetics. I didn't really name all them. I just threw a bunch of my feminized seeds out here, just seeing how they work. And this is the big monster cola. When was these ones started? Beginning of May?
Must have been, yeah.
Beginning of May, then planted, what, 3 weeks into May or something like that?
I think it's a long weekend.
May long weekend, yeah.
Yeah, just
There's my fist.
Monday afternoon.
He's a big lunker of a plant.
Yeah, that's good size. Smells too, eh?
Really nice smell on it. These are Russian rocket fuel crossed with MI5. An old cross I made from 10, 11 years ago. Looking pretty damn good. And it was stunted, put into this little greenhouse. That's about 2.5, 3 feet tall. That's like perfect size. It's just about ready to be harvested.
You know, this works better for a greenhouse than a greenhouse.
Yeah, because you can just
when
open it up
gets
completely.
More air, eh?
Yeah, this is a really good system here. You just open it up, gets a lot more air in it. These are the other autoflowers here. These were started middle of May and planted beginning of June. These guys really took off. They weren't stunted at all when they were planted, so they had a lot more time to grow. They're about 3 feet tall at least, maybe more. All right, update on the outdoor plants here. This one's got a massive cola. It's about big as a fist. And we got some issues though, because the thing that always worries me about these bigger buds is you're more susceptible to molds. So we got it all molded up here, so we got to chop off pretty much right around there. because that's all molded up, and the rest will hang and let dry. But looks like this has to come down right now. If it didn't mold, it probably could go a little bit further or longer, but then over here on this other side of the greenhouse, we got these ones, these autoflowers. They definitely could go longer,
Cut them off.
but
You got a knife to cut them off?
oh yeah, well, probably scissor. Well, knife could work too. Just sawed them at the bottom there.
Is there any bugs on them?
Bugs?
Bugs.
I don't think so. Doesn't really look like it. These ones could go a little bit longer, but they kind of got to come down now because they're probably going to mold if let them go too long in here, because it's going to get cold at night and the temperatures will really drop, so more susceptible to mold. Okay, we're going to open this up. See if it's molded down here. Oh, looks okay. Oh yeah, there's mold here, so this whole thing's got to come down. That's garbage.
Yeah. Take me a picture first.
You want a picture?
Just hold this. Hey.
All right, let's chop this down.
These are starting to make me mad.
Right in the throat. Oh, what the fuck? Caterpillars forming a nest on here.
They like weed.
They like the weeds.
Smell good. Aromatic.
Uh-huh.
Next week?
So peeking on this side, these ones don't really look done yet. They're freaking really forming up big here though. Taking over a lot of this corner of the greenhouse. Reaching up to the tops there, but still looks like they got another 3 weeks at least to go, but not sure if we're gonna chop them early. All right, this might be the final update for this one. So these ones out here in the garden, they don't look like it as big, but they got way denser buds. Actually look way more crystally, way more trichomes on them. Smell delicious though, really nice smells coming off them. They might be coming down next week or maybe 10 days or something like that. Look at these guys, they're like 3 feet tall. Looking real good. This one's a really small one, but smells amazing. Super lemony. All probably coming down next week or so. Planted near the end of June. This 3-footer here is probably the most beautiful of them all. Nicest looking buds. Super trichomed up. Beautiful looking buds on here. Just planted straight in the ground with only probably like 4 days of growth under light. And 3 feet tall. Just looking beautiful. This one here right next to it, it is not growing as good. Bud structure is kind of more airy and stuff. Not as much trichomes. This one's real nice. Coming down probably next week too. Coming down soon though. I'd say this is a pretty damn good outcome for this little experiment.
Let me be free. Let me be free. Let me be free. Let me